everybody, it's Charlie from DM Sound, and today we've got the sound system demo on the 2024 Ford Ranger and its 10-speaker B&O audio system. This is going to be an in-depth review. We're going to take a look at how the infotainment system works, take a look at audio inputs, adjustments, controls, speaker locations, and we're going to test out the 5.1 capabilities, and then we're going to head out on the road and listen to these sample tracks while we're rolling, and I'll give you my thoughts at the end. Now, if you don't care about any of that stuff at the beginning and you just want to hear the music, click ahead. We've got chapters to get you right to the tunes. And if you want to hear even more on the system, sign up below to become a Daily Motor member. I'm going to record a members-only sound test on this while I'm doing the fuel economy test, so you can hear member-requested tracks, copyrighted music, and help support the channel. Also, I highly recommend listening with headphones so you can hear exactly what I hear from the driver's seat. Now, before we get started, let's hop out and take a look at it. This is technically the Ranger Raptor, but still coming with the 10-speaker B&O audio system. I think you can get this in the limited Ranger as well, maybe on some sort of package on XLT. I will consider the fact that we've got these louder tires, and if I notice road noise when we're running at 70 miles per hour, I will maybe slow it down a little bit, try to make up and compensate for that. But other than that, this is the Ranger Raptor. This is a cool truck. If you do want to see more on it, check the link below. I don't think we've gotten into a newer Ranger ever here at Daily Motor. I can't remember if we had one back at the previous generation or not. But either way, first gen for Ranger Raptor here in the States. So if you want to see more, check the link below. We've got a full road trip review. We're going to load up some motorcycles in the back, and we've got that fuel economy test as well. All that can be found below. Now, we always do these tests with lossless, uncompressed WAV files on a USB stick plugged directly into the system, and high-quality Roland binaural microphones in both of my ears, giving you the most realistic audio system demo on YouTube. We also do the test with the sound settings set to their factory default, so let's take a look at those now. Large infotainment screen here in the vertical setup. We're going to click here for some quick settings, go to sound. Then first we've got tone settings, treble, mid-range, and bass. Hey, I reset these earlier. Why are these? This must be one of those systems where the tone settings are different for each input, because I definitely had reset these earlier. Yeah, that makes sense. I thought the bass sounded a little high. Anyway, let's go through treble, mid-range, and bass. Those you have adjustment for fader and balance, front, rear, left, right. Then speed compensated volume, so as you get going faster, the music will get louder to compensate for wind, engine, and road noise. And then two sound modes. We've got stereo and surround. If we look at the little info screen, it says sound mode allows you to choose whether the speakers use stereo or surround sound. Okay, let's compare those. We're in stereo now. Surround giving you a little bit more of that enveloping, kind of hollow sound. Might sound a little bit more like you're there in real life, but it's going to take away a bit from the trueness of the audio recording. So we're going to do most of our testing in stereo. And that's it for audio adjustments. For audio controls here in the Ranger, you've got volume knob right up in the center. It's a little cheap feeling, I will say, but easy enough to grab onto. And some decent clicks. You also have volume buttons on the left side of the steering wheel. Track selection, no physical controls up here, so you got to use the touch screen for choosing your track, but you do at least have physical controls on the right side of the steering wheel. For audio inputs in the Ranger, let's see what we got here. Let's close that. We have, is there a quick and easy way to get to inputs? Well, I know we've got at least Bluetooth, USB-A, and USB-C ports up in front there, support for wired and wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And then for radio, we've got, as this loads up, it's not a very fast system, AM, FM, and Sirius XM satellite radio. So what does that mean you're missing? Well, it doesn't look like we have any streaming services built in, and no 3.5mm auxiliary input jack. Not the end of the world there. Speaker locations. As I said, this is a 10-speaker system. Starting in the bottom left, you've got a mid-woofer, they call it, 160mm speaker there, 1 tweeter up here, 2, 3 center 80mm mid-ranger, 4, 5 on the right side. Coming into the back, we've got 6, 7, a mid-ranger and tweeter combo, 8, 9 on the other side, and then a subwoofer behind the seats there, making 10. 5.1 music isn't super popular, but it's good to see if the system can support it. Let's use the basic FLAC tester
left.
here. Front left.
Front right.
Front right. Oh? Oh, so that doesn't seem to be down mixing properly. Let's test using the 5.1 surround demonstration track from immersiveaudioalbum.com. I don't think that sounds right. Yep, okay.
Left.
Left. Right. Yeah, okay. So what's happening is this is interpreting that this is a 5.1 file and it's trying to send 5.1 music out, but it's not downmixing properly. So we've got a 2-channel stereo system and it's not downmixing that 5.1. So keep that in mind if you did try to play 5.1 music in your Ranger, it's not going to sound right. And with that, let's head out on the road. was fine until we got to this track, and admittedly, I fully expected that. This system has strong low range, but it's sloppy in the mids, and you know, the highs are okay. The crispy high ends you could hear kind of in the beginning of a song like this, guitar sounds okay, but it's when you have to factor in the mid-range into all of it, it gets harsh on the ears and it gets sloppy. And it's a shame if you like to listen to more complex music or more music with a lot of great vocals, or just kind of where a lot of the meat and potatoes of a lot of more rock music, that kind of music is. If you're listening to more hip-hop and R&B or pop, it's probably going to sound okay for you. For this next track, though, we'll turn the bass all the way up, see how it sounds. So it's carrying pretty well. I got mirror shakeage, not too much distortion, maybe a little bit of drop of the other instrumentation, but yeah, again, about what I expected. My thoughts on the 10-speaker B&O system here in the Ford Ranger Raptor. It's definitely one of those systems where people are going to have vastly different experiences based on what sort of music you're listening to. If you listen to more songs like this with a loud, strong mid-range, really harsh on the ears, and I really don't enjoy it. If you listen to stuff with more heavy leading bass and not much else complexity, kind of mid-range and high, you're going to do okay. This is going to be totally a fine system for you. I don't love Bang & Olufsen putting their namesake on this system. We've seen it a lot from Ford, and it devalues the B&O brand. I know initially they tried to kind of break it off and have it be B&O Play, but it's too close. It should have never happened. Bang & Olufsen is getting diluted by having their name on systems like this. So objectively speaking, for any price point, any type of vehicle, this would be getting about a C- in terms of audio quality. For the type of vehicle it is and the ethos and what this truck is, it's more of a B-. It's going to be fine for most people buying a $60,000 Baja truck, essentially. And if you were in a less expensive Ranger, yeah, it'd be fine. But I don't love it. It gets the job done, and it makes sense for the type of vehicle it is. So thank you all so much for watching. If you do want to see more on the Ranger Raptor, check the link below, because I really do like this truck. And we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from DM Sound, and as always,